I took my blood pressure medication religiously for over a decade. My numbers were perfect, 110/65. My doctor said I was doing everything right. Then I stumbled across a Johns Hopkins study that turned my world upside down. It suggested that my perfect blood pressure might actually be starving my brain of oxygen, accelerating memory loss, and potentially increasing my risk of Alzheimer's disease. Let me be clear, I'm not telling you to stop taking prescribed medication. But what I discovered shocked me so much that I spent months researching this, talking to neurologists, and reviewing hundreds of studies. And today, I'm going to share with you exactly what I learned, because if you or someone you love is on blood pressure medication, this could be the most important video you watch this year. Here's the uncomfortable truth the medical community is just beginning to acknowledge: when we lower blood pressure too aggressively, especially the diastolic number, that's the bottom number, we might be trading heart health for brain health. And the consequences could be devastating. Let's break this down carefully. Your brain needs constant blood flow to function properly. Between each heartbeat, when your heart relaxes, it's your diastolic pressure that keeps blood moving through those delicate brain vessels. Think of it like a water pump system. If the pressure drops too low between pumps, the farthest pipes don't get enough water. Now, what's too low? Most guidelines suggest keeping diastolic pressure above 60. But groundbreaking research from the Mayo Clinic that followed 10,000 seniors for over a decade found that those whose diastolic pressure consistently stayed below 65 showed significantly faster cognitive decline. In fact, their risk of developing dementia symptoms within 5 years doubled compared to those maintaining 70 to 80. But here's where it gets even more concerning. A 2023 meta-analysis published in Nature Reviews Neurology examined brain scans of patients on long-term blood pressure medication. They found that those with diastolic pressures consistently below 65 had, on average, 5 to 8% less gray matter in critical memory areas of the brain compared to people with slightly higher readings. I want to tell you about Albert, not his real name, but a real case study. At 58, his blood pressure was 150/95. His doctor prescribed medication, and within months, his numbers were picture perfect, 112/62. But then his wife started noticing little things. He'd forget conversations from the day before, struggled with simple math at his job, even got confused driving familiar routes. His doctor said it was just normal aging. But when they finally got a brain scan, it showed reduced blood flow to his hippocampus, the memory center of the brain. Now, before you panic, let me be very clear. High blood pressure is dangerous and needs treatment. But we're learning that the approach needs to be more nuanced, especially for people over 50. The solution isn't to stop medication. It's to work with your doctor to find the right balance. Here's what you can do starting today. First, monitor your numbers closely. Get a reliable home blood pressure monitor and check at different times of day. Pay special attention to that bottom number. If it's consistently below 65, that's a conversation to have with your doctor. Second, consider timing. Blood pressure naturally dips at night. This is called nocturnal dipping. But research suggests that if your meds are making this dip too extreme, it could be particularly harmful to your brain. Some patients do better taking their medication in the morning rather than at bedtime. Third, explore complementary approaches. The DASH diet, regular aerobic exercise, stress reduction techniques, these can all help manage blood pressure while protecting brain health. Even simple things like deep breathing exercises have been shown to make a difference. Fourth, ask about medication options. Some blood pressure drugs may be better for brain health than others. ACE inhibitors and ARBs, for example, have shown some protective effects in studies. The key takeaway? Blood pressure management shouldn't be just about hitting a number. It needs to be personalized. especially as we age. Your brain health is just as important as your heart health. I know this is a lot to process. It was for me too when I first learned about it. That's why I want you to have all the information, not to scare you, but to empower you to have informed conversations with your doctor. If you found this helpful, please share it with anyone you know who's managing blood pressure issues. It could make a world of difference in their health journey. And let me know in the comments, has your doctor ever discussed this connection with you? I read every single comment and would love to hear your experiences. Also, please subscribe to our channel. Making this video took a huge amount of time, effort, and research, and your support truly means a lot. Comment down below and let me know, where in the world are you watching this from? It's always amazing to see how far this message can reach. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to your health. Stay curious, ask questions, and never stop advocating for your well-being. I'll see you in the next video.